have I just had an epiphany? I think so. I think I realised something. That I love Canada, yeah. I love Canadian maple syrup. Oh, it's so good on my pancakes, that is. But I also love the Canadian people. I love the fact that they stick up for themselves, yes. They're not having any old, Donny Dum-Dum, the President of the United States, tag team tariffs bullshit. No, not having any of that. They're retaliating against the orange buffoon. I do. But what do the Canadians actually think? Well, I thought I'd just share this little clip with you. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, why the hell not?
Tariffs for me actually are a pretty big deal.
It's really, really stupid.
Just silly.
Pointless.
Les patates, ça vient du Canada. Oui. Mais j'y avais pas pensé. It's frustrating.
Our neighbors, the American people, don't realize that they will be the ones paying the price for these tariffs.
What an idiotic thing for an American president to do.
C'est du stress qu'on n'a pas besoin.
They will greatly impact my life. My dad runs a trucking business. He specializes in cross-border trade.
On apprend c'est que les produits vont beaucoup augmenter de prix, ça va augmenter l'inflation.
I work for an international company, and the most of sales are done in the United States. Maybe some people will lose their jobs.
Most of the goods I buy will become a lot more expensive or harder to get.
But also for the United States people.
Make me want to buy more Canadian products for sure.
The whole family now looking at buying really Canadian goods and stay away from anything that's made in the U.S.
Maybe going out of my way to buy Mexican. Honestly.
I'm going to try my best to try to avoid or discard American products if there's a Canadian counterpart.
I think the response from Canadians is proud and unifying.
This made me realize that we have
very
a lot
much
more
so.
power over
Big changes have happened.
Where our money goes, basically.
We try to avoid conflicts, and now they're bringing conflict to our door. So yes, there's this sense of unity in Canada, especially for me.
Merci, madame.
You see? Now the thing is, you see, this has also created political unity. Now, the Conservative Party, led by Pierre Poilievre, who is a Donald Trump chocolate starfish suckler, that is. And he goes for extras. That he does. He loves Donny. Fucking idiot. Well, the people don't like him. No, they don't like Donny, so now they don't like Pierre Poilievre, no. And from being effectively, well, down at the bottom of -7 or some popularity rating or whatever it was, for the Lib Party, the Liberals, yeah, led by Justin Trudeau, well, all of a sudden they're at 37% approval rating. It backfired, that it did. You gotta love the Canadian people for sticking up for what's right, but like they pointed out, it's going to affect them as well. It's going to make their lives more expensive, but also it's going to make the lives of those in the United States harder, because jobs are going to get they're going to be lost. There will be layoffs because of these tariffs. Now, although these tariffs might not be about for long, we don't know, do we? They might be a week, it might be 2 weeks, never know, Don. It might be just a day. It might be, oh yeah, what do we know? Well, we don't. Either way, businesses are going to say to themselves, well, we don't know where we are. We don't know what to do next, because Donald Trump could, he could do a 180 and change his mind again. You can't run a country like that. You really cannot. Everything should be, be judged. You should look at every decision you're going to make and then cross-analyse it. What effect is it going to have on you? You don't just go willy-nilly just lowering the tariffs, tit for tat. No, it ain't going to pan out well, is it? For either side. But why should the Canadians be the ones that suffer in all this? because they will be. But nowhere near as badly as the Americans, sadly. And not just those with little red hats. No. It'll be those with the blue hats in the blue states. All those in the red states who didn't vote for this load of rubbish. And, Donald Trump. It's just... It boggles my mind, it does. Why anybody would actually vote for Donald Trump. It just instills in me a belief that a large proportion of the population in the United States must be stark raving bonkers. Yes, that's my conclusion. But it's not surprising, considering that a large percentage, I think 20 or 30% of Americans don't get past year 11 at school. Don't get past it in their levels. So they are the lack of thinking. But I blame the parents. That I do. Stupid people. Breed stupid people. It must be the stupid gene. That it must. I want to know is how come Donald Trump's children aren't orange? I thought it'd be genetic. Oh, I did. Anyway, you tell me. Please leave in the comments down below. How do you feel about all this bloody bonkers shit going on between the United States and Canada? God, I'm so glad I live in France. I really am. Crikey. It all seems to make sense there. Yeah, and Emmanuel Macron, yeah. I know there's a lot of people don't like him, but, it seems to make sense to me what he's doing in comparison to what Trump is doing. We have a fair share of loonies here as well, to be fair. Okay, me excluded, of course. Toodaloo.